Hello, I'm Garmbreak1, and this is Midgardia RPG. Today we'll be playing Spaceships and Starwyrms the Eternia archive for D&D 5th edition. And I have these people with me. Esther?
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm playing June Leopardeye, an Ixian engineer scientist. Very fond of stuffed animals, very insectoid. Hi.
Hi, I'm Pi, and I managed to also desync the mute buttons while I was gone for 5 seconds, I swear to God. And I'm going to be playing Ishtarna, the Glabrow Paladin. I'm a mechanic. I also have fur. I'm sure this doesn't go poorly at all for me. This is why we got rid of gears and just got a magical ship.
Hi, I'm Sho. I'm playing Ija Ursulus, the Mystery of Dimensions Oracle, and I am a physician. I also have tentacles.
I'm sure that goes well.
For the doctor or the patients?
Yes. And just before we get into the game proper, I would like to thank our sponsor, Roll20. Roll20 is the virtual tabletop platform that we use for all of our games. You can use it for a variety of games, including D&D 5th Edition, Call of Cthulhu, Savage Worlds, and Mitch Tim, a bunch of weird, obscure French stuff, all that kind of stuff.
But is it real French or is it Canadian French?
Mostly real French. As far as I know, Quebec does not have a vibrant tabletop gaming scene, for good or for ill. Sorry, that might be an important. That's not an important text. Never mind.
Is it telling you that Midgardia went live?
No, it's not. It was about the dogs I was dog sitting. So I thought it might be important, but no. Dogs are very good. So, last session, our session 0, we did character creation and established how you all kind of know each other. You work and live and sleep on a ship called the Roach Motel. And, you've been sent. You work for the Wild Stars, which are effectively space pirates on a somewhat organized level. You were sent to a system called Palmyra in Sector 7 of Frontier Space by a contact called Roust Snagtooth. The date is the 6th of Okir, and the year is 1079 NC, which I don't expect you to remember. Don't worry about it. Palmyra, I might expect you to remember, but the date, no, not so much. Sorry. Yes. So you folks arrive in the system of Palmyra via a wormhole on your lovely ship, the Roach Motel. What was I saying? You've been sent here on a tip that there's some possibly high quality salvage here. You're not sure exactly what, but as you approach the area, there doesn't appear to be some sort of wreckage ahead. What would you guys like to do?
I'm seeing if we can scan it from far away at all.
Sure. Give me a scan check from our fancy ship sheet.
Ship sheet? That won't go poorly for us later at all.
What's wrong with the ship sheet?
How does one scan with a ship sheet?
Yeah, that's a mighty good question. One that I presumably did not think to actually set up beforehand. Let me go double check the core book. To which I mean hit Control F and hit scan.
Scan. The Runic Bridge Terminal can make a DC 10 Arcana check to scan another ship within 50 arc of yours.
Okay, well, let's an Arcana check then.
If you succeed, you can determine stuff, but let's see if we succeed first.
I love determining stuff.
Me too. Ooh.
Okay, did you push the actual Arcana button or the tool Arcana?
I didn't push anything.
The one of
Damn it, Aster!
Well, then it's 22.
Yeah, piloting and Arcana are under tools because Arcana takes int now and like also an average of our stats.
Mm-hmm. But still,
So 22. So we can either say find out base information like crew classification, size, speed, and origin, defenses, offenses, how much space is within, and more importantly, what it might be carrying.
All right. Well, with a 22, you find that there's a bunch of wreckage amongst the asteroids, obviously from various kinds of ships, not just a single wrecked ship. Um, there's also a higher than normal level of radiation in the entire area. Uh, and there's some kind of movement among the asteroids. You find life signs of a spacefaring creature of some kind. If somebody wants to give me a science check to try and figure out what it is, or check the database with a computer's check, go for it.
I'd love to.
sure.
All right. So you call back to your deep knowledge of various stellar creatures. And you realize that they're called stellar dark mantles, which are like normal D&D dark mantles, but in space. They're intervoid scavengers that feed on electricity and power sources, but pose little threat to an operating spaceship. If they approach, you can probably just fire a few warning shots at them, and they'll scatter and flee and go.
I'm sorry, they'll go what? That's what I thought.
That's the sound I assume they make. The book doesn't tell me, so I assume. That's what being a dungeon master is about. A wild ass assumption.
Yeah, but what's a dark mantle?
I will find you a picture.
Because you said it was like a regular one, but I don't know what that is either.
You know, that's completely fair. They're the things that disguise themselves as stalactites.
What?
What?
Really? Oh, okay.
Is it just that? No.
Yeah.
I thought those were something else.
Yeah, they are, but these are also those. They're just less.
There is at
Legendary.
least one dark. No, you're thinking of the ropers, which describe themselves as disguise themselves as stalagmites.
Are you fucking kidding? Okay.
There is at least one dark mantle in this picture.
Ominous.
Yeah. This image is from one of the older editions. I want to say it's like 3rd edition. There are not many good pictures of dark mantles because kind of their gimmick is they're stalactites.
Yeah, okay.
That then flap out and try and eat you.
Hum,
All
nom,
going,
nom, 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 nom.
I'm
Well,
not gonna
it's a
get.
good sign that there's still some residual energy because that means that there's probably no one else already here,
Scavenging.
or that it's recent at least. So
Mm.
I'd suggest we move in and actually do some more detailed looks.
Mhm.
Right. Are you trying to get your hands on some of the wreckage, or?
I suppose so. Looking for more valuable pieces rather than just raw scrap metal.
All right. Can somebody give me a mechanics check?
Oh, I can absolutely give you a mechanics check.
Yeah, I'm probably not the best at that.
Yeah, I would.
Aisha, you've got history, right?
History? I'm not trained in history.
I am.
Ishtarna.
Me too.
Okay. Well, Ishtarna, give me a history check. Entirely so that June doesn't do every single check.
I have a 15 for history.
Excellent. All right. Okay, 10 on mechanics and 15. All right. So, Aster first, June rather. You can tell that these are these remnant pieces are left over from a massive explosion that was likely caused during a battle. Like, this is not just the wreckage of, a battle where both sides did roughly equal damage. This is something big exploded in the middle of a fight. And Ishtarna. You can tell that the construction of the pieces can be placed into two categories: the Luos Avon Empire, which is the bird people, and the Kygoran Glabrau conglomerate, which I believe is big burly dudes and tiny dwarf dudes.
The Glabrow? That me.
Oh yeah, the Glabrau is you. You're right.
We
The
have
Kygorans
paws.
are. Yes,
It'll be
the furries. Yeah, you should have had advantage on that, but you passed anyway, so it's fine. My bad. Yeah, that's about it. So I assume you're just like kind of scooting around looking for more interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm. And if the little floaty rock creatures that try to eat things come too close, I will fire a warning shot or two at them.
All right. After a few minutes of scooting about, you receive a distress beacon coming from deeper into the asteroid belt and thus the wreckage field. What would you like to do?
Put it on screen, Mr. Crusher.
I'm a doctor, not a communications specialist. Anyway.
Yeah, okay, but do the thing.
Mm-hmm. I do the thing.
All right. At a 15 times or so magnification, you see the twisted core of what must have once been a massive space station. The dark metal barely shines against the void around it, but you can make out the vibrant blue letters painted on a side, less destroyed than the rest. Eternia.
Huh.
Clearly, the name is ironic.
Is this name familiar at all?
It's actually not.
Is this just an automated signal?
It's hard to tell. The fact that it didn't activate until you guys were relatively close is kind of weird.
Yeah, that means they might have had something that could detect our scan or scanned us. Kind of concerning.
The space station is not. I did not mean to put the dark mantle right on that person's face.
Yeah, it just looks like a really, really wonky looking pair of shades.
Yeah, I definitely didn't put the arrow there just for the sole purpose of telling you you did.
It. Oh no, wait! It's gonna be part of the hairstyle. Hold on.
But it looked so cool as that.
There, additional
Oh.
spikes.
Let's
Oh, with the
open a
crown.
line if we can.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right. You attempt to hail the station. You do not get a response.
Hmm.
You might be able to try scanning it though if you want.
Seems reasonable.
Well, somebody give me a scan.
Somebody
Which
do
is-
the thing.
All right. A 6 is. That sure is a station. It's not completely destroyed. You find a couple of plausible entry points. Which is there's a massive hole on the underside of the ship, which hole's relatively easy to get into. An expended escape pod launching bay on top of the station, and a damaged middle section that would probably take you right into the center of the actual station. Although that one looks super sketchy because it is a jagged, torn hole and not quite as large as the other one.
Mm-hmm.
attempting to get into a position for that might damage the station.
Well, I guess we just gotta try going into one of the entrances that won't damage our payout.
Yeah, given the rotation, it's safer to park on either end rather than on the side. I'd vote for the very large hole.
Bigger the better.
So I have a nerd question that is completely unrelated before we move on.
Yeah, sure.
I think I know I'm almost certain I already know this answer. How many dropped frames is too many dropped frames?
The percentage is more important.
Okay, how many percentages is too many percentages?
Anything above like 10.
Okay.
What do you got?
5.5.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's livable.
I also have no idea if the audio is like balanced.
Yeah.
Because I momentarily tried to check myself, and that is a really bad idea.
Yep.
You want me to deafen myself real quick and check?
Nah, it's cool. We have Craig, which
Yeah,
should be able to split up all of them. So if we need to balance it post, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
To the big hole.
Big hole.
All right.
Sorry, give me 1 second and I will actually move you. Important question. Do you think I ever put dynamic lighting on these maps?
Probably not.
Definitely not.
Great. Well, just pretend you can't see everything. I'm Gunbreak 1, and I had a very long time to prepare for this, and I just didn't.
Oh my god, what's that?
Well, it looks like everything is fine on this ship. Where are we getting in?
I think you guys are right in the center here.
Oh wow, it's a perfect ship with nothing wrong.
I mean, except for the giant hole you guys just crawled in.
I thought you said the one in the middle was the one that was jagged.
Yeah, but we also requested the biggest hole.
It's still a hole. Oh, you guys are probably on the jagged part over to the left, actually.
Because if we had gone through the jagged hole in the center, you said it could damage the station.
There's a different map for each entry point.
Well, technically there's a jagged bit on the right too, but it's smaller.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so there is. Good lord. Yes, what's up?
Might want to take this time to link our tokens.
You're probably right.
and show health bars for the ones who can actually heal.
Never. No health bars.
Nah. You're all fucked. Man, I'm sure glad Garm's doing that and not me, because I don't know how to do that.
Me either.
Right, show health bars. I almost linked it without actually setting up the health bar. Yes, hello, I'm Gunbreak 1. I am super good at this. How do I show bar? Where bar? Right, it's under advanced for some reason.
Because it's an advanced thing, because you don't need to know your own damn hit points.
Fuck no in HP. Can you guys see June's health bar? Excellent.
Either they have a lot of health, or there's something weird.
Barrier points are saved in it. Which is fine.
Barrier.
Yeah, how do we get some of those?
Shields.
I've got a tower shield, an energy tower shield.
That's distinct from like a barrier.
Okay.
These are shields in like the Foundations sort of sense.
Yeah. Or like the Star Trek animated series, which I'm sure we've all seen.
Oh yes, the creative evac suits, which are just white lines around them.
Yep.
There's an animated series?
Yes.
Don't watch it.
It was mostly a cheap cash-in, but also it had episodes written by Larry Niven or whatever. And like various other sci-fi writers, because back in the fucking past, sci-fi shows were written by sci-fi authors, not whatever random ass motherfucker they dragged from like a crime show or something.
Rick
I
Berman.
sense some salt.
It's why most modern sci-fi sucks ass, honestly. Like sci-fi TV shows.
All right.
There's definitely some salt.
We could have had a Star Trek episode written by Ian M. Banks or something, but like
This
no.
is what I meant by you bitch like an old man.
I have very strong opinions about a wide variety of things.
Shall we?
You mean you'll bitch about what you want to bitch about?
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys have a hard light storage hover card on your ship that you can bring with you. I'm not terribly clear what that means, but it does hold up to 500 pounds of totally inorganic material that is stored as weightless hard light. I should really read these things before I talk.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
You have a hard light storage hover cart, which you can use to store up to 500 pounds of totally inorganic material, which is stored as hard light. It's
the space hover desk.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like a bag of holding, except it's a big crate that floats.
Oh, neat.
Do not climb inside it. It will kill you.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know for sure. I don't really want to find out.
If we
Okay,
really need...
but do we know for sure in, like, out of character, but in this universe, do we know if that would kill us? Not necessarily do our characters know, but do we as players know?
There is probably a warning sticker informing you that you should not play around or inside of this object.
Yes, but do we know what happens if you do?
Probably bad things.
Yeah, like what?
Dying.
Are you sure?
No.
Shall we not do this now?
No, but I'm saying if we find enemies, can we shove them in there?
I mean, they'd struggle. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out if we find enemies.
I'll have to message Audrey later and be like, so what happens if they do?
Oh, this is going great.
What happens if they try and throw a stake in it? Just bounce off or what? Actually, it'd be really funny if it just bounced off as a safety feature. Anyway, don't try to put a cat in there is what I'm telling you.
Oh, that's how you make Schrodinger.
Mm. Alright, right, you guys... Can you guys all give me acrobatics checks?
Already? Oh man, this is gonna go great.
I hate when he stutters it, because that means something bad's going to happen if we fail it.
No, I just stutter all the time. As you guys put
Except
on
for
back.
you didn't right there.
I did stutter right there.
Oh my god, a 14? Because I am live. And also have pause.
21.
Excellent. Yeah, so you guys put on your back suits, and this is all pretty routine so far. You hop out from the airlock across apparently at least 15 feet of void, and land relatively gracefully on the jagged edge of the Eternia. Guess who forgot to look up the zero gravity rules?
Is it me? Oh wait, I didn't have to.
It's me.
I think you have disadvantage unless you have some kind of maneuvering system in your suit.
Bless you, Aster. I am so glad I invited you. But also, yeah, base. Well, kinda. It's weird. Okay, so you are all familiar with what zero gravity is like in real life. Not personally, obviously, but like in concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no air in here either, which also makes this hard. Pretty much. Sorry?
No air in the entire ship, or just in this part?
At least not in this floor.
Okay,
which means you can't, like, swim.
Oh.
Yeah, you see where this is going.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to be kicking off of walls and stuff like that.
I mean, it's like parkour, but with no bad things if you...
Years of Pokemon have prepared me for this challenge.
Show, I feel like I have to inform you that definitely bad things happen if you fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, basically you push off of something and then move up to your move speed. But you keep moving at that rate until you hit either a hard point or a soft point. A hard point is like a wall. A soft point is a
like somebody
person.
else.
It's something you can move by pushing it. So like if you try and push off of if June tries to push off of Aisha, for example, June would only get half movement speed, and Aisha would be pushed half of June's movement speed as well.
In the
'Cause-
opposite direction.
Hey, we're
Exactly.
pool balls.
Well,
A little bit, yeah.
So, I have a random question. I have this thing called Revelation of Duality. I can cross between dimensions partially. That wouldn't do anything if being on partially in the astral plane and partially in the material, right? Because I'm incorporeal.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Just for me.
That definitely does nothing.
Let me see this guy real quick. Huh.
Aster, can you say something real quick?
Hello.
Excellent. Also, congratulations to Pi for finding a Snickers. I wish I found a Snickers in my room, although quite frankly, if I did, I'm not sure how old it would be, and thus I probably wouldn't trust it.
I also don't know how old this thing is.
And yet. Alright. So yes. Zero gravity, welcome to the ship, I guess.
Wait, you're welcoming zero gravity to the ship and you're not welcoming us?
Well, I like zero gravity.
Rude.
So, one other thing. I have this thing as well. Would I be able to use that as kind of a stopper? Like opening it to stop myself from moving forward by entering it and then climbing out of it?
I'm looking, hold on.
There is air within it. It just takes a turn to enter or exit.
Uh-huh.
Or it takes an action to enter or exit.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with no.
Because you're literally going in a pocket dimension.
Yeah, I understand that, but also, look at the last paragraph. Keeping the door to the dimension open maintains a continuous stream of air. You are going to get basically rocketed out of it in the opposite direction you came into it.
Oh,
I
so
would
what
not
you're saying,
recommend.
Oh, this is great.
what you're saying is we could open it behind us to propel ourselves.
No. I'm saying don't do that. Motherfucker, just move around 0G like a normal person.
Look, I spend like 2 goddamn years trying to figure out how to refill the air in a bag of holding, and you are not taking this away from me.
Anyway, so there's a door.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Well, there goes my self-propelling bit, because I was going to totally just blow us towards the door.
I know, I'm a horrible scoundrel.
It's fine.
Well, my vac suit has thrusters, so
Ooh,
I guess you
I'm gonna-
guys can just hold my hand.
Yeah.
Do you want that, or should we tie ourselves to you?
Well, I have 4 hands, but probably
But they are kind of spindly.
they work just as well.
I'm just afraid of ripping off your poor little leg, and then I don't know what to do with it.
Well, I don't have rope, so
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold June's hand.
All right. I'll heal you if the arm pops off.
I got first aid kits too, and other healing.
So it's fine.
Yep. And if we have to worry about attaching it later, I could just put it in my dimensional storage, and then we won't have to worry about it.
Though, quick question: are the walls, floor, ceiling, etc. smooth, or are there grippy bits?
There's probably grippy bits every here and there to aid in traversal, I suppose, in case of an emergency.
More like if I dig in, would I just slide with horrible screeching noises with claws, or would I eventually stop? Like, is there rubber on the floor or something?
I'll say, yeah, the floor is probably a little bit rubberized.
Okay, so if I'm stranded somehow from June, I'm not completely boned.
Unless you happen to, like, coast to a stop floating directly in the middle, yes.
Yeah, basically. I will try not to do that.
And there's no air, so that should be pretty easy.
I feel like you guys should have got some space wear.
I have a vac suit, but that's
Look,
about it.
some of us didn't know how zero-G worked, and it was not told to us.
Sorry. I'm a very good DM.
All right. Well, let's look at the store. Can we open it?
That's a really good question. Yes. I mean, you have to kind of like rip it off because it's kind of bowed out by, whatchamacallit? The force of the vacuum. Yeah. Beyond it, you can see blast doors that are actually properly sealed.
Okay, well, we just rip off this door then, since it's rather useless.
Sorry, you can see where blast doors should be, but they're not currently sealed.
What?
Because this place is entirely vented.
Oh. Well, everyone's dead if they're inside.
Mm-hmm.
Or running out of air, so let's hurry up.
Yep.
I'd wager probably already dead.
More stuff for us.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, you guys are up against the blast door now, which is currently open. You can see switches on either side of it that basically say in a variety of languages. Or no, sorry. Do any of you speak the Luo-Savan language?
What is it?
Do I need to read it or speak it?
Read.
What was the language?
I am rapidly mashing enter trying to find it.
I just posted the languages I speak.
Yeah, I don't think it's either of those.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Fuckers have some weird named language. I'm not sure what it is. My apologies, my friends. Just give me a brief moment here.
Oops.
Oh, that's X. Where? Going to a Vresnish, apparently. Do any of you know Vresnish?
Nope.
Can't read it. No.
Sorry, what'd you say, Aster?
I can't read it. No.
Right.
Nope.
Well, there's
nothing.
a big purple button on either side of the door. It says some stuff in Vresnish you don't know.
Can we presume, based upon our experiences on other ships and space stations, that that's probably what you need to press to close the blast door?
Yeah, probably.
I would like to push the button.
Well, we're on the other side, yes.
Yep, are you waiting until you guys get to the other side?
Well, I want to be on the same side as the button, because if it works, then we're going to lock ourselves in.
I mean, the door's broken. So.
We don't know that.
Did we throw it?
No.
Okay.
Not the blast door. The blast door is open.
Okay, then why do we care?
Because I want to make sure that nothing else follows us in.
Yeah,
Whatever. Let's just move it.
Okay. If something follows us in now, I told you so.
Oh no. I will happily push the button with you. I just wanted to make sure we were inside before we pushed it.
Lest you sadly lock yourselves out and then spend the rest of the session staring at it, being like, "Oh, jeez."
Yup.
Right. You guys get in and then hit the purple button, and the blast door slams shut.
Does this restore any semblance of gravity? I doubt it, but
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
it was
So
worth a
push
shot.
prevented.
So what's it look like inside?
Garbage mostly. Passwords are concealed. It's the interior of a space station. It's the floor is slightly rubberized, as previously established. It looks fairly Spartan. It's not covered with fancy posters of like proper lab safety posters that have like dogs and safety glasses. Tragically, what writing there is still written in a language that you probably recognize as Vrasic, but cannot actually read. An arrows point there. There is no blind lady with a cane, nor is there an ominous wheelchair in the corner or something that's like covered in blood, because that would be Silent Hill.
Well,
You can.
yeah, none of the metal is rusted, so.
Yeah.
Uh,
There are a wide variety of doors. Pretend you don't already know what's behind them. I'll fix that next session.
let's do the south one. Just go counterclockwise.
Alright. Still holding your hand.
Let's see for there.
I'm gonna try running along the floor, just gripping the rubber.
You probably managed to get about half speed because you have to put a lot more force into
And think about it so I don't go flying off.
yeah, and actually coming to a stop without just smashing your face. Right, so you guys are gonna open that door.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You open the door and there's a dead Luantua security officer on the floor over here. And a lot of instruments that are currently not working.
What are these?
Those are more instrument panels, I think.
And these?
It says it's radioactive. I wouldn't touch it. But like as you dig around, you find various things strewn about. There's a damaged plasma blaster, a dueling blade. Yes, I will put it in chat. Don't worry. A carbon fiber vac suit, a subvocal comm unit, and an energy buckler. I assume all with the dude. Or woman. I don't know. The security officer.
One of you should take the vac suit.
I mean, I have a vac suit.
You probably don't want to try and change into it in the middle of.
No, I have a carbon fiber vac suit.
Okay.
Yeah, you could probably strip the barrier out of it later.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna huck all that into my into the pocket dimension unless somebody wants it.
We could just put it on the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Speaking of the cart, you also find about 20 pounds of miscellaneous scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, so how is the cart itself hovering?
It's a combination of gravimetric fields and electromagnetic radiation.
Cool.
Exactly.
Can
It
somebody
kind of
sit on it?
forces things to be gravitated towards it, like a surface.
Probably not. It follows whoever is controlling or whoever has the control unit for it. So I guess actually probably. So yes, I suppose in a pinch you could throw drape somebody's body over it.
was just thinking like sit on top of it or something. Or hold on to it and be pulled along.
I guess, yeah.
But then you wouldn't be able to hold my
We're
hand.
sorry, Audrey.
No, this is playtesting.
Only a little bit. I'm not
This
actually
is a published
sorry.
product. We're not playtesting.
Oh. Sorry, Audrey.
No, I think it's all good. I suspect there probably are answers to this question. I just not gonna bother Audrey. Speaking of, if you want to see Spaceships and Starwyrms run by people who know the system slightly better than me, you should go follow those guys on Twitch. Which I think is just twitch.tv/Starwyrms. They know it better because they wrote it. We like them. They like us. We're friends. Anyway, yes, you find like 20 pounds of miscellaneous junk. Screwdrivers, data pads, chairs. Mostly chairs. I assume you're going to avoid ripping out all the copper wiring and stuff like that until you know more what's going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stare.
I guess we'll make our way to the next room after this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I am a little bit sorry that I forgot to do the
I'm just
magic way.
saying, don't let the mechanic decide what we're taking, because then we're taking everything, and it may have been working before, but it definitely won't after I'm done.
Don't worry, most of the stuff already doesn't work. So, next room. It's corpses again.
Oh, wow.
This time, one more security officer and 3 engineers, all hella dead.
How did they hella dead?
Yeah.
Defy?
Give me a medicine check.
Ooh, I will.
I'm not trained in that.
If Roll20 would actually ever roll it, then we'll get there eventually, I suppose. 18. Ignore the second one, because I clicked it twice. If there is a second one. Yeah.
It looks like they've all been shot.
Oh. That's unfortunate. I'm just going to turn to this. Wow, they've been shot dead.
That does seem to kill people.
Mm-hmm. And while I say this, I'm just kind of looking through their stuff.
Alright. On the engineers' bodies, you find you know those badges that you get at conventions that have like RFID chips in it?
Mm-hmm.
In them? At the really fancy ones now?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you find something like that.
Okay.
It has a Razic. I know I've said it has the bird people language. It has one of those letters on it. Definitely not C. And also a basic tool and a cred stick with 25 credits on it.
Wow.
That's enough to buy like a
Candy
space
bar.
pop. Yeah. Buy yourself some space pop rocks, pop asteroids, if you will.
I feel called out.
Damn it, I want some pop asteroids. Alright, let's see what else there is in this room.
Security officer has basically the same stuff as the last one.
I hope somebody's writing this down.
I am.
It is deeply appreciated. Thank you.
Bless you. VIP.
In the cabinets and drawers, you find a repair kit, a printer, a bottle of scratch-resistant coating, and 3 jars of cooling gel.
I get the feeling that's... Yeah.
Yeah, you know the like gel that you put on your arms when your like muscles are all sore that feels all cold? It's like that.
I've never used my muscles a day in my life.
That's fair.
And that's all we find in the room?
And another like 20 pounds worth of miscellaneous junk. This appears to be some kind of like recreation room. So probably some smashed electronics here and there. But nothing terribly important.
Okay.
All right.
Right, so you guys are moving on to this room here. Why don't y'all give me perception checks?
Yep. 19.
Maybe I should just hang on to June's arms because I may have almost overshot the door and splatted half of myself in the door and half of it out. My bad. That was a 5.
All right. Well, while Ishtarna stabilizes themselves, June and Aja, you notice, you look into this room and it has what you recognize as 4 damaged stabilization engines, basically the thing that keeps the ship in place. But in addition to that, you also see 4 stellar dark mantles camouflaged against them, which I will helpfully drag out onto the map. Web.
I'm gonna mention it to the others and get ready to shoot them. Wow.
Cool. So we're just gonna close this door, right?
But there's stuff in here.
There is. Yes.
No, I meant stuff we could salvage.
Stuff.
Sorry, June.
There could be a valuable people stuff.
Oh, who you kidding? You just want to fight something.
What? No, I just want to take all of their technology and then use it for myself. Look, we don't want it to go to the waste, and those stupid little rock things aren't going to use it.
Good luck reading the instruction manuals.
You don't need no instruction manuals. You just do it yourself and know what you're doing. Never read an instruction manual a day of my life.
Well, that explains so much.
Note to self, fix June before Aja.
Note to self, ditto.
So what would you like to do?
I crave violence.
All right. Why don't y'all give me some initiative rolls
What the heck?
while I try and figure out what the crap just happened there?
It's a very precise roll, is what that was.
I suppose. But why? They're all the same. Why did 2 of them work? Alright, whatever. It's okay, it doesn't matter.
They all go. Oh, not all of them go last.
Nope. Although you guys are still way the fuck back there, so it's just gonna chill there and suck the juice from the engines. June, what would you like to do? I hope it's not suck the juice from the engines.
Ew.
I suppose I will do the standby of magic missile.
Alright.
I did not configure my spells quite right yet.
I'm just glad that I programmed all of these enemies some hazy day in the past, which I'm sure won't come to bite me in the butt later.
Why are you?
Because I have a ritual that I could have used before we went into this flippin' ship.
God.
I'll do it after.
Shouldn't
That's...
that be plus another 2? Just plus 1 per 1d. Or am I thinking wrong?
That would be 10.
Alright, 10 damage. You injure and alarm the Dark Mantles. Ishtama, you're up. Your name is something different now. It's Aja.
What?
Wait, no.
Garm,
What?
I'm
No. It is.
I'm Aja.
Okay. I am very easily confused.
This is true. All right, I have a speed of 30. I don't know why I decided that at a speed of 20.
You got them long cat legs.
How solid is this thing?
Well, it's a giant machine, so fairly.
Well, I hope this won't hurt too much because I'm just gonna kind of run at it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Eh.
Good film.
Yeah, basically splat.
All right. Well, given that you still had 15 feet of your movement left, I'm going to go ahead and say you managed to stop yourself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here and see what happens.
All right. Oh shit.
Whoop.
I fucked up.
What?
Aja,
What?
it's your turn. Don't.
Okay.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Garm.
Okay.
Don't worry
Garm,
about
what'd
it.
we learn?
Nothing.
So, question.
Yo, what
How
up?
tall is this thing?
I'm gonna say 15 feet.
So, if I went in front, I could totally just kind of sploot right against it, and then peek up from it to do a thing. Maybe.
As long as you agree not to phrase it as sploot right against it
Okay.
again. Yes.
All right, I'm just gonna go and doop, and end my movement there, and then I'm just gonna peek up at the one that was already injured. Make sure that I actually have range for this one. Do. Give me a DC 14 dex save. Oh.
Alright, so that's roll. That's a 3.
Okay,
It,
takes 1 radiant damage.
Shit.
It's more of a flashbang.
This
Except
thing's
all
in
flash,
real
no
trouble.
bang.
This thing's in real trouble now. Whoops, I fucked that up.
Did you
Excellent.
put 1 health instead of minus
Sure
1?
did. Can you guys see itself?
I can see an aura, but that's it.
Oh, right, the aura. Yes, we do
Mhm.
have those. All right, it's turn for realsies now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it's gonna go. Oh god, it's opera. Forgot I was using
No.
opera. Hold on, but it's gonna go a flipping and a flapping. Wait, there's no air. I guess it can't really go a flipping and a flapping. It's gonna go flinging and a swinging over here, I guess, and prepare to charge at Eternia next turn. And the next Stellar Dark Mantle is going to bounce its way over to Eternia. Florp, florp, florp. So Eternia, bad news, you're going to get attacked.
Florp, florp, florp.
That's the sound they make.
Is it?
No, you're right. They go.
There are a lot of regrets that I have, and most of them are that.
You ask me about sounds, I give you sounds. So what do you want?
Better sounds.
We'll get a bear DM. You're stuck with Garmbreak 1. Anyway, it's attacking you now. Does a 15 hit you?
I am strong and no.
All right. Well, that's good. That's its turn. Oh shit! There's another one.
There's 2 more other ones.
Nice one.
Florp. And that's its turn. Yeah. Fuck. It's another one.
I told you there were 2 other ones.
They all go in a giant clump.
Oh god. Oh no. No, I didn't mean to move that.
Well, there goes the API.
Okay, it flunked back onto it. This one's gonna move down here and prepare to kill. June, you're up.
All right. Let's go for something a little more powerful this time.
If you want, I could go with Pokemon rules and have every monster just say its name.
No thanks.
Dark Mantle, Dark! Right. Which one is fortune?
The top one.
All right.
Should that be 3 rays?
And
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to program that.
And we just hit the button 3 times.
Yeah, you can do that,
Oh.
or you can
Yep.
program a secondary one and write anything under innate. Like blank uses a day or something. And then it won't take it off of the spell slots.
Okay, let me change the format of this. It's not correct.
okay.
The 9 does miss.
Well, I think it might be wrong anyway because I don't think she had her int mod to it.
That would make a difference. You're right.
I
'Cause
mean,
that's just her proficiency bonus.
Well, it is 3, right?
well, right now you have +2 from proficiency, but you're using the spell as if your spell casting modifier is a 0. What is your spell attack bonus?
5.
Looks like it's 5 in total. So +3 in mod.
Okay, so make
Esther?
a ranged spell attack for each ray. So that's the first one. We'll just say that misses.
Yeah.
Right, the first one
Oh,
should have
that's what
actually hit.
happened.
Yeah. That second one definitely misses, though. And the last one also misses. All right.
First one does 6 damage.
Okay, cool. I was going to put -14.
Yeah, but it was programmed in as if all 3 rays hit at once with only rolling the attack once, which is why it was dealing 66 damage.
Yeah, I didn't even think to question. I was just like, yeah, that seems legit at 3rd level. I'm not very smart sometimes.
It's okay.
All right. And is that your entire turn?
Yeah.
All right. Hit the done button.
It's not working.
Oh,
API
it's my
crash
fault.
again.
Ishtarna, you're up.
You angered the API, didn't you?
It's true. I touched it and it didn't like it.
You looked at it funny is what you did.
I mean, many things on our glorious master Roll20 are having issues due to the surge in use.
For some reason, yes.
Yes, for reasons that we can't state on YouTube.
All right, I would like to take my lovely, beautiful plasma staff and shove it right where it hurts.
In the back of a Volkswagen.
Right. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
That deals 5 plasma damage.
Alright. I've angered the Dark Mantle.
Well, it angered me.
Also, the auras aren't working, but I guarantee I did remove health.
Huh, that's weird, because one of the auras is working.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the API server itself probably just went down, if I had to guess. So, like, that one aura is going to be like that forever.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, then.
Right. Is that your turn?
I was going to hit the done button, but I just remembered we had this discussion where it was broken.
Yeah. Aija, you're up.
Well, okay. This is not going the best it could go. I'm going to try and make these things, or at least one of these things, a little bit easier to hit then, I guess. I'm going to take aim at this one since it's the one engaged. I'm going to try and cast Guiding Bolt on it. 20.
All right. Well, 20's going to hit.
For 16 radiant damage.
Good lord. And that was the one that's currently fighting Ishtarna.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and if it wasn't dead, you would get advantage on attacks against it, but it's dead. So.
Oh. Oh well.
Oh
The
no,
other
you
thing-
killed it.
I was also looking for the done button, but again, we had this conversation already.
Yeah. All right, real Dark Mantle hours. This makes my life harder because now I have to figure out which one's which by actually going over and mousing over it. Which is a big tragedy, I know.
You know, you could put like one of the colored dots on it and put like 1 or 2.
Wait, hold on. I'll move the ring each time.
And use that as the turn order.
That's probably true, yeah. All right, it's going to scorch its way up to Ishtarna. And attack you. So that's going to be a 15, which...
Continues to not hit.
Yep. I had to go check and see if I had programmed it wrong, but nope. Nope, that's just coincidence. All right. Oh, hey, the API is working again. I just got a message from it being like, hey, you should install status info. No. The last mantle. Splorch.
Last one.
Wait.
There's
Sorry.
one more.
Well, it's the last one in the order. All right, it's going to attack you again. This one's with advantage. 19.
Advantage. Yeah, that hits.
All right. So that's going to do 5 bludgeoning damage, and it grasps on the helmet of your back suit.
Well, that's rude.
You are blinded. You can still breathe because you have a back suit.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yes, but it's gonna try and jump next turn. The done button works. It's the first Dark Mantle, which is not a Christmas tale, and it's gonna flop its way over here. June, you're up.
All right. I'm going to move up and attack the one on his head.
All right. 11 hits.
Whack.
So that's 8 damage, and it you slightly injured it. Ishtarna. Wait, is it Ishtarna or Ishtarna?
Ishtarna.
Okay, thank fuck.
What did you think it was?
I thought it might be Ishtama, and I've been mispronouncing it the whole time, and you were just too polite to correct me.
Oh yes, that's definitely me.
I realized midway through saying that was ridiculous.
I mean, yes.
I mean, oh no, what happened to my sheet? Okay, there we go. All right, I would like this dirty son of a bitch off my head.
Headbutt into the other one.
I also can't scroll down on my sheet all the way.
You just gotta believe.
No, I just gotta pop it out and make it sad for viewers. Sorry, viewers. Let's see here. I don't have those prepared, do I? I don't have those prepared. Never mind.
Rip.
Then I guess I'm just gonna poke at it with a plasma staff
Don't.
for an 11
That hits.
for 9 plasma.
Nice, and that's up against the northern one?
Yes, the one attached to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
You know, the one with pressing issues. Quite literally.
Good answer. Good answer. Aija, you're up.
Next answer.
Well, firstly, I'm gonna swing over this way. But then instead of actually going after the one that I've got advantage on, I'm gonna try and chill touch the one that's on the head.
All right. 17 hits.
For 4 damage.
All right. That neither chills nor touches, but it is still alive.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Stellar Dark Mantle Hours. Aisha, this one's gonna try and clomp on your head. Does a 20 hit you?
It does.
All right. Ka-chomp, ka-chomp. You're blinded. Have fun. And it does 9 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Oh shit, I was blinded.
Yeah, I realized that after saying that. Don't worry about it. I'm going with NFL rules here. We already got past the next turn. Can't
Also, it was
replay again.
attached to my head.
That's fair. It's hard to miss your own head. Speaking of which, it's Dark Mantle's turn. Crush. Roll advantage. Crush. 13.
How did you miss?
It's hard to get a
Crush.
good surface, you know? And the first Dark Mantle. It's gonna bounce up to here, so that's 10 feet, and then over to here is 15. June, you're getting attacked.
I don't care for that.
No doubt. 19 though.
Yeah, it's
Alright. You are now also blinded, and you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Barrier points first.
I believe so, yes.
no. Barrier points don't block this kind of attack.
Oh.
Kick ass. I mean, oh no. June, it's your turn. There's a thing on your head.
I'm gonna obviously whack at my own head, I think.
Alright. And it's gonna be a straight roll because it's on your own head. 16 hits. It's still there, but it's starting to slightly regret its decisions. Alright, Ishtarna.
Which freaking icon is blinded?
I have no idea. I don't know most of them. You mouse over them and it's just like hand, wings.
Okay, I found the freaking picture. Alright.
Sheikah symbol.
It is in
mean-
fact the Sheikah symbol. Alright. Get the hell off my head.
That hits.
Off, you rat. For 6
And-
plasma damage.
You hit it and it goes limp and kind of floats off. Nope.
Floats out the window.
Not like actually, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, Aisha, you're up.
Yeah, I do not like this stupid fucking thing. Alright, well, I'm just gonna guess I'll have to whack at it. I could use poison spray, but the lack of gravity probably wouldn't help us all that much. So, oh, nope. I do not, in fact, whack at it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to swing a weapon like that in 0 gravity and you like clang off the engine.
Well,
But
it's
that's
probably harder to do when I'm fucking blinded.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of which, your head's gonna get eaten. I am crushing your head. 17.
Is it? Nope.
Really? 17?
I have an
was the
18
thing?
armor.
Good friggin'.
Yep.
When have you ever played a game with Show where Show has a reasonable AC?
That's fair.
Actually, hey, Catherine has a 16 AC, thank you very much.
Junior getting crunched. It's a real problem. It happens to the best of us. 15.
That matches mine.
Successful crunch. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Uh-oh.
My
Ow.
lord.
Yeah, squishy scientist.
Well, it's your chance to take your revengeance.
I suppose it is. Uh, all right, I'm gonna try this.
Right. That hits.
Oh, hang on. No, I can't do that.
Okay, so yeah, that staff attack still hits.
Cool.
Oh, because ranged in melee.
No. Battery charges.
You okay there, Sonic the Hedgehog?
What?
Somebody dropped coins.
Oh, it's my dog.
Oh, okay.
You mean Sonic the Hedgehog?
I'll tell your dog they're a good dog for me. If they're a good dog, it's possible they're not.
Button still broke.
Damn it. Apparently, yeah, Karu can fix it, but I can't because she has the pro account and I don't. So, yeah.
Fix what?
Resetting the API thing.
Oh.
I just can't do anything. Eternia, you're up.
All right, I crave violence, but that's not what's going to happen. I would instead like to heal the bug.
All
Since
right.
I never really thought I was ever going to say in my life. I would like to heal the bug for 5.
Yay. Thank you.
Yes. Aisha, your head getting crunched.
Yeah. Can I feel it if I reach up my hand?
Yeah, you want to try and rip it off?
No. I want to try and poison spray, but I want to try and touch it in poison spray because it's a con save.
All right, sure, go nuts.
And I'm in a vac suit, so it wouldn't really hurt me.
We hope. All right.
Give me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
I shall. It's gonna fail that and
it's gonna take
8
poison damage.
Yep. You hear sad blubbing.
Real poison hours in here.
It's real poison. Well, it would be real poison hours if we were on just chatting.
Oof.
Yep.
Well, we don't have cams on, so maybe not.
You'd be amazed. But you're right. Anyway, Aisha, you're getting your head crunched. That should have been an advantage.
Nope.
So I'm gonna roll again because I hecked up.
Still nope.
Well, 13 doesn't hit.
Mm-mm.
Dead mantle. Dead mantle. Living mantle. June, you're getting crunched upon. This is advantage. I'm not gonna say anything that would jinx this. 24.
You jinxed it.
Why would you do that?
Actually, what I was thinking was, wow, I'm amazed I haven't crit on any of these yet.
Yeah, almost did. That was a 19 on the on the roll.
That's 9 bludgeoning damage.
I just fixed that.
I'm a little sorry, Aster. For those of you playing along at home, they're actually one level above where they're supposed to be for this part of the adventure. So don't blame me, is what I'm saying.
I'm knocked out.
Blame Garm.
Yeah,
that's fair. But yes, you're supposed to be level 2 here, but starting at level 2 sucks, so.
Yep.
And some of the players actively complain about this.
It's true.
I don't know what you were talking about.
June, do you want to give me a death saving throw? That's a pass.
I mean, you could have crit failed it. It would have been fine.
Ishtarna, you hear the sounds of a roach hitting the floor and going.
Oh, come on. Get up. Come on, get.
All right.
Poke. And, Can I drag? No, because then they'll get an attack of opportunity.
Well, it's still on their head.
Yeah. All right, I'm done.
All right. Aisha, you're up.
DC 14, con save.
All right. Despite embracing the power of America, I have failed with a 12.
Takes 4 poison damage.
All right, and you feel its grip slacken as it falls off your head.
Oh, no, I'm still holding it, so I'm just going to throw it. I'm going to throw it towards the opening.
Okay. Blub, blub,
And then movement.
It's the sound everything makes in this universe. I'm telling you that right now.
Guess I'll just get right here and be ready.
All right. I think it's a dead mantle turn. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dead mantle. Dead mantle. Living mantle. No, dead mantle.
Living mantle's first one. Yeah.
All right, life mantle, go. June, it's still on your head. I'm a little sorry. Not sorry enough to make it stop, but like 22. 9 bludgeoning damage. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You want to give me a death saving throw? That's a failure. So you're now at 1 failure, 0 successes. Ishtarna, it's happening again.
All right, what would it take to pry this stupid thing off?
Probably a strength check or athletics.
And I'm gonna guess that would be an action.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It's DC 13.
All right, you pull it off.
Wait, what's your strength?
Listen, I can heal.
So can I.
Well, yeah, but you haven't been, and you're all the way over there.
The only reason I haven't been before was because I was trying to get it off of my head.
All right, Aisha, it's big muscle hours. What do you got?
Because this will be funny, I suppose. You know what? I'm on the other side, so I'm going to grip it.
Grip and rip.
Yeah, I suppose. This will be funny, though, because my bonus to athletics is 0.
Try running it under hot water first.
Oh my god, I'm just like, I'm so done with this. And then just like,
Yeet.
rip it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You successfully tear it off without ripping the vac seal helmet off.
Good.
And it is now
Well,
detached,
is it in my hand still?
I guess.
Can I throw it at the far wall as hard as I can?
You can try, but it's probably going to get an attack of opportunity as you shift it around.
I mean, whatever, but I'm gripping it. So I'm going to try and throw it.
All right, John Madden.
Do you want to roll yours first? Because if...
Yeah, 9, so that's a miss.
Okay. So you want me to roll another athletics check to see if I can actually throw it? Or do you want me to try making an attack roll?
Give me an athletics check so I can get the distance, I guess. Wow.
That's thanks.
Unfortunately, football clanks off of here. That's about it.
Oh, as long as... You know what? Dupe. So it can't try and attach itself back to the squishy scientist again.
Yeah, that's fair. It's going to try and attach itself to you instead.
I don't care.
John Madden.
I can just... Nope.
16.
I was really waiting for the crit.
Me too.
Me too.
I was like, that's why I stopped myself.
Alright. Well, 16 misses.
Mm-hmm.
June, real revengeance hours, maybe. I just say real X hours for every phrase.
It's real Nitronos.
That misses, unfortunately.
Too bad.
Ishtarna, you've seen sticks, you've seen football, and your friend isn't down this turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to engage in sports.
Not something I ever thought I'd hear you say.
Listen, I healed the bug too. It's a weird day.
Alright, 19 hits.
Boot.
Alright.
I would like to boot.
That is a significant... Well, it's not a boot, because it's your staff, but...
Listen, if I use it like a hockey stick, it's kind of like a boot.
That's fair. Welcome to Midgardia, your number one source for sports, since every sports league is shut down. Oh man, that also means fantasy football is shut down, doesn't it? That's how it works, right?
No,
Fantasy
we're playing
football hasn't
fantasy
started
football.
yet.
You said it's a football.
Oh yeah. Right, fantasy, because it's XFL season and nobody does fantasy XFL, you're right.
Anywho,
Spilling the tea on Midgardia.
shall we continue?
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by sports. Aisha, sports?
Well, I'd rather this thing die first.
That's fair. No doubt, no doubt.
So I'm just gonna. I'm there now. Boot.
Alright, well, that's a nat 20.
Yeah. So I guess we're playing ping pong. Ping pong, bing bong for 8.
Alright. Well, that's good news, because ping pong requires you to be sufficiently far apart. And 8 damage is enough to kill this.
Good.
Another victory for social distancing. And I said before the stream I was going to desperately try not to make any jokes about the late unpleasantness on stream. It's not working.
So are we out of combat?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna go up to.
I will aid you in fixing up our friend.
Are we gonna take a bit of time, or am I just gonna cure wounds? Because I can absolutely do either.
I mean, save your cure wounds in case we get jumped or something, I guess.
Okay. So we'd have to take a short rest then. But
Yeah.
I have first aid kits, so if our little friend wants, our little insect friend wants to heal themselves, they get an extra +2. from
I
my
can
first aid.
also take this time while you guys are short resting to check out the room, see if there's anything salvageable.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 minutes to charge my batteries while I'm, not dying.
Cool.
For sure. Also, I know it's only been like an hour, but I realized there's some stuff I forgot to do that I should probably do. So, once I tell you guys what's in this room, I am going to bail. I am a little sorry.
It happens.
Yeah.
Real life, it's a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I am going to spend a hit dice while we do this pseudo short rest.
I mean, if it's like an emergency, you can just dump stuff in chat, and we can always add stuff
It's-
post.
Not an emergency. I got a couple minutes. But
Okay.
So the engine's thrown back to life as you kill all the various things that were sucking their power. There's not 20 pounds of miscellaneous junk in this room because it's all in space now. But the containers on the north side of the room contain a generator part that I'm not reading more of the description of because it tells you what it's for.
No, go on.
Yes. So, yes, again, I'm sorry for the short wisdom
It
ticker.
happens.
Yes. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Good night.
I'm actually gonna put us on mute and put our Patreon people on so that you can grab that for the edit as well.
All right.
Thank you for our Patreon supporters. You can check that out where we have maps and extra games and shenaniganery at patreon.com/Midgardia or midgardia.com/Patreon because our wonderful DMs totally never screw that one up.
I don't.
That's because you're not the one that does the Patreon shill. You do the Patreon listing.
That's true.
Anyway, I'm going to put these lovely folks on mute and check us on Twitter at Midgardia RPG for when we have games and just say hi. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Night.
Boop.
Hey guys, just before I let you go, I'd like to thank all of our patrons. Jesus Mendoza, Shumar, Zyoko Hawken, Nicholas Calix, Chromos, Snanji, Fosfini, The Webcoder, Skexus Chamberlain, Walter Cahill, Pyrolytic, Aster, Joker's Wild, Tess, Matakure, Mia Midair, DM Samuel, Kelly Perweeds, Udis, Duport Guillaume, Matt B, Georg Mir, Gunk, Keora, Kristen Manning, John Blair, Jeff Serenpa, Tiger Engineer, Christopher K, Michael Kieran, Heidi Smith, Tang, Lilius, Carl Sandstrom, Daniel Little, Thomas S. Johander, Carl Bouquet, Kenneth Smith, Windwalker, Jason Anderson, Thomas Borgoy, Srith, Lauren the GM, Justin Easterday, David Silverman, Anthony Vitale, Carlton Dudley, Leo Hart J, Stephen Hoyt, Max Kindred, Daniel Caligari, Ken Steffens, Nikita Vorontsov, Clayton Ramey Jr., Stephen Martin, Praystrom, Jennifer Duloc, Benjamin Galtiger possibly, Laura Romeo, and John Gayet. Once again, thank you very much. If you would like to join the ranks of these lovely people and help support the program and all the various things that we do, including the cool crowdfunding videos that you can find on our YouTube channel, and the maps that Karu puts together, both for our sessions and for the use of anybody who goes to our Patreon, you can support us at patreon.com/Midgardia. Once again, sorry for the short session, but I have something I must attend to. Have a good night, everybody.